If you grew up in the 90s, you've probably noticed that the way we raise children today feels very different from what we grew up with. Over the years, some habits have changed, some traditions have stayed, and parenting has continued to evolve. So, today let's take a look at how childcare has changed from the 90s to now. If you were a 90s baby, chances are you had kajal around your eyes and baby powder all over you after every bath. It was just part of the routine back then. Of course, many families still do it even today, but over the years, a lot of parents have switched to gentle skincare and simpler routines as more information has become available. Of course, these traditions haven't disappeared completely. Even today, many families continue them, just in a much more toned down way. What used to be an everyday routine is now often reserved for special occasions, family functions, or festivals, keeping a part of the tradition alive but adapting it to changing times. Just like we moved from baby powder to baby lotion. The next point in question is, when do we start solids? Back in the 90s, starting solids at 3 or 4 months was completely normal, and many parents were advised to introduce porridges and other foods quite early. Today, though, pediatricians usually recommend waiting until around 6 months before starting complementary feeding. While one reason for that is that exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months has been found to benefit both the baby and the mother in a million ways, and another is that research suggests that a baby's digestive system becomes more matured around 6 months. Yet another thing that has changed over the years is a baby's first bath. Back in the 90s, newborns were often given a bath quite soon after birth, and regular baths started almost immediately. These days, though, many parents wait a little longer, often until the doctor gives the go-ahead, and in many cases until the umbilical cord stump falls off. You can also see a lot of new parents today stick to sponge baths for the first couple of weeks. Parents today also wait because delaying baths can help protect a newborn's delicate skin, encourage early breastfeeding, and give families a little more time to bond with their baby during the first weeks. Another major difference from the 90s is the approach we have towards milk and sugar in childhood nutrition. Back in the 90s, giving babies cow's milk before their first birthday wasn't all that unusual, and adding a little sugar to milk or porridge was pretty common too. Today, though, based on medical advice, parents rely on breast milk or formula and more natural sweeteners like fruits or dates powder instead of directly adding sugar to baby food. And then there were the classical circular baby walkers. Back in the 90s, they were almost considered an essential part of childhood, and many babies spent hours zooming around the house in them. Today, though, doctors generally discourage their use, as research suggests that they don't actually help babies walk any sooner and can even increase the risk of falls and injuries. Instead, parents are now encouraged to give babies more floor time, tummy time, and opportunities to explore on their own. And push walkers are considered an alternative to those circular wheeled walkers. Even diaper bags tell a story of how parenting has evolved over the years. Back in the 90s, they were usually large shoulder bags stuffed with bottles, snacks, and all the essentials. Today, they're more likely to look like sleek backpacks with compartments for everything from bottles to changing mats. As family routines, work life, and parenting roles have evolved, diaper bags have evolved right along with them, becoming a little more practical, a little more hands-free, and designed for life on the go. It's a small change, but it reflects how family life and parenting have literally adapted to a faster, more mobile world. A lot of these changes have happened because parents today have easier access to pediatricians, more information online, and because life itself has changed in so many ways over the last 30 years. But one thing that remains the same is that every generation tries to do what's best for its children with the available knowledge and resources at that point of time. Parents keep evolving, and so do our babies and ideas about what is best. And who knows, 30 years from now, our own children might look back at some of the things that we do now and wonder why we ever did them that way. Because like everything else, parenting keeps evolving.